I'm Iniba, and thank you so much for tuning in to Halo Halo. Now, the presidential primary election takes place June 7th, and if you haven't registered to vote, now is the time. Here to tell us more is Dean C. Logan, the Registrar County Clerk. Welcome, Dean.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Thank you so much for being here. Now, I just mentioned that now is the time to register to vote if you want to take part in the primary elections.
That's right. We have until May 23rd to get registered to vote or to change your registration. So if you're not registered, you can get registered. If you've moved, changed your address, if you've selected a different political party, all of those things need to be taken care of by May 23rd.
By May 23rd. Now, where can I get the registration forms?
Best and fastest way to do that is online at our website at LAVote.net. But you can also get registration forms at all public facilities, city halls, public libraries, public schools, those places.
Post offices?
Post office, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, I hear that there's different languages available.
Yes, so LA County, obviously a very diverse jurisdiction, and we're covered under the Federal Voting Rights Act. We provide all of our voting materials in 9 languages other than English, and then we provide bilingual support at the polling places as well.
Okay, so if our English isn't that great, or if we don't speak English, there is help provided.
Exactly. I mean, what we want to be sure is that the people understand the instructions and that they're able to navigate through the ballot when they get it, and oftentimes that's easier in your first language rather than in English.
And then I hear that you can also register to vote online, or is that
Yes,
right?
you can register to vote online. If you have a California driver's license or state ID card, what they do is they link that to your DMV record and pull your signature over.
Okay.
If you don't have a California driver's license or ID card, you can still fill out the form online. You just need to print it and sign it and then mail it in.
Okay, so you've made it so easy now, right? So there's no excuse.
Exactly. I mean, there is no reason not to be registered and to participate in the election.
Yeah. Now, how many Californians have already registered?
So in the state of California, we have about 17.7 million registered voters. Here in LA County, we have about 4.8 million registered
Is that
voters.
good or is that bad? How many are in California?
So there's a total estimated population based on census data of about 24.4 million eligible voters in California. So, there's still a window there to get to. So we're probably somewhere in the 70 to 75 percentile of eligible citizens registered to vote in California. So lots of room for that number to go up.
So there's still a good amount of people that haven't registered to vote. They do have until May 23rd, you said.
That's right.
And if you can't go to your post office or to your public places to get the form, you can do it online, as Dean has said.
Right.
Now, there's something that's called no party preference. Can you tell me a little bit more
Right, so
about
because this is a presidential primary, the ballot that you're going to get on June 7th is going to be determined by which party you registered with at the time that you registered to vote.
Okay.
And that only affects the presidential contest. The rest of the ballot is available to all voters.
Okay.
So you need to be sure that the vote you want to make in the presidential contest matches up to the party that you registered with. So if you want to vote for a Democratic candidate, you need to be registered as a Democrat. If you want to vote for a Republican candidate, as a Republican. Now, we do have a growing number of voters in California that register with no party preference.
Right.
This is where it gets a little bit more complicated because the parties have different rules. The Republican Party has a closed primary. So you can only vote in the Republican primary if you are registered as a Republican.
Okay.
The Democratic Party allows for no party preference voters to cross over and vote in their primary. So if you registered without a party preference, you can request a Democratic ballot. That's true for the American Independent and the Libertarian parties as well.
I was actually listening to the radio, and I heard that there were some people that accidentally voted for American, or registered as an American Independent.
Yes, there's been some confusion around that because there is an actual political party named the American Independent Party. It's a fairly conservative party, has a strong party platform. A lot of voters, at least we're hearing anecdotally, that a lot of voters check that box thinking that it's independent, that it's nonpartisan. Actually, it is a party, and if you're registered as American Independent, you're only going to get the American Independent Party candidates. So again, that's why we encourage people before May 23rd, check your registration. If that's not what you intended, you need to switch. And no party preference voters, again, will have the opportunity to cross over and vote in the Democratic primary.
Okay, now you mentioned we can check our registration. What if we registered a while back or years back? Is there a way to go back and see, okay, how did I register?
Yes, if you go to LAVote.net, there's a web interview that you can fill in information, your street address and your portion of your date of birth, and that will pull up your registration, let you know you're registered. It'll tell you which party you're registered with, give you access to your sample ballot, your polling place, all of that information.
Okay, that is awesome. So all we have to do is go to LAVote.net.
That's right.
Thank you so much, Dean, for sharing all of this wonderful information today.
Thank you.
Again, for more information and to register to vote, or if you just have questions, be sure to head to LAVote.net. If you haven't registered, the deadline is May 23rd, and there are a variety of ways. Head to LAVote.net. We'll be back.